Hey, what's going on everyone? Dallas again with Chaos Fragrances. Today we're back with another video. This time we're going to be taking a look at 10 fragrances that are guaranteed to get you noticed this summer. So summer is in full swing. We're now into July, and for me, summer is my favorite time of the year. Here where I live, it starts to get really cold in the fall and winter time, and I'm not the hugest fan of cold weather. I really love the warm weather, the sun, and so for me, I really like to enjoy the weather, enjoy the heat when we're in summer. You know, you're going to be going to pools, you may be going to parties, you're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff outdoors, and for all of my single guys out there, you're going to want a good fragrance that's going to get you noticed. So I'm here to help you guys out. I got 10 fragrances that are guaranteed to get you noticed. If you're at a pool, if you're at a party, really no matter what you're doing, if you're out enjoying the weather, these fragrances are going to do good for you. They're going to get women's attention, and it's going to end up working out good for you. So let's go and jump right into the list. Starting off with the first one, number 10, we have Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct. So this, I talk about this one quite often. It's a very fun tropical smelling fragrance, has a melon note and some musk and a little bit of a spiciness as well. Really pleasant smelling stuff for summer. It's really hard to beat this one. It's one of my personal favorites, and it's also one of the cheaper ones in this list. I tried to keep it relatively affordable, but this one comes in around that $35, $40 price point, I believe is where it's at, and that's, you know, a really good price. You get a lot of bang for your buck here. This is a really nice smelling one, and that comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have Acqua di Gio Profumo. So this one right here used to be one of my signature fragrances for summer. Back when I was first getting into collecting and I discovered this one, I thought this was the best fragrance out there. I really did. I mean, I loved this scent. As time went on, I started to discover a lot more fragrances, and I've kind of put this one on the back burner. But I just, you know, when I was making this list, I picked this one up again, I smelled it, and I'm like, you know what? This one needs to be in the list. Even though I don't wear it and I don't appreciate it as much as I used to, this is still a fantastic scent. And for summertime, especially summer evenings, this one is a rock star. Any sort of parties you're going to be going to in the evenings, any sort of beach parties, pool parties, just going on dates in the evenings, whatever the case may be, if you wear this one in the summer evenings, you're going to be good to go. And like I said, in a nice party setting in the evening, you're outdoors at a nice party, this stuff is going to kill it. You're going to have girls coming up to you left and right asking, you know, what you're wearing and saying that you're smelling good, and that's really what the goal of this list is. So again, if you're ready to not be single anymore for summertime, you gotta check this one out, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Coming at number 8, we have Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Sun. So this is a newer release this year, and honestly, it's a pretty good one in my opinion. Really solid stuff, really quite similar to the original Light Blue and to Light Blue Eau Intense. Has a little bit of a different twist on it, but on my skin, it has the best performance out of all of them. So that's a plus, and that's why I chose this one over a lot of the other ones, is because when you're going to be outdoors and, you know, just in the summer and stuff, and you're trying to get people's attention, you're going to want something that performs good, and this one does that very well. Very good performance on this one, and it does still have that light blue DNA very much, which is known to be liked by lots of people, both men and women. And like I said, that's what we're after here in this list, and this is one you're going to want to check out. Light Blue Sun, really good one. I carry this one on my website along with most of the other ones, so if you are looking to pick up bottles of these, go check out my website, chaosfragrances.com. I got over 1,000 different designer and niche fragrances, all at really competitive prices, all at really fast shipping. I got a lot to choose from. I got pretty much all the main designer and niche brands covered, so again, if you're looking to pick some stuff up, most of the ones in this list are going to be available over there. Just go click the link down below, go check it out. You can use the search bar and find what you're looking for. Coming in at number 7, we have Invictus Aqua. We're going with the 2018 version here, since this is the one that is easier to get. So I'm sure you've all heard about Invictus Aqua at this point. One of the most popular summer fragrances, I would say, or at least it was a couple years ago, back when the 2016 version was trending and a lot of people were talking about it. I think it has died down a little bit now, but I still do think it's really popular. It's a really well-known summer fragrance. The 2016 version, unfortunately, was discontinued. Now we have the 2018 version, which is still really good. It's a great scent, and that's why it's making the list. To be honest with you, the Invictus DNA, it just works. You know, no matter how much hate it's going to get from the snobs and from the people who like to hate on designer fragrances, the stuff just works. And that, again, that's the point of this list, finding stuff that's going to get girls' attention, and that's really what this scent does. Invictus Aqua basically takes that Invictus DNA and, of course, adds an aquatic touch on it, right? It doesn't take too much to figure that one out. This stuff, though, is really, really good stuff, and it's, again, another one that a lot of people are going to be smelling this on you and really just being taken by surprise, like, wow, what is that? Because it is pretty popular, but still, it does have a factor to it that just makes it really head-turning. It's just hard to beat the nice, fruity, juicy, aquatic smell that this stuff has. You spray this one on and you head to the pool, you head to a party, you're going to be getting attention guaranteed. Number 6, we have Mercedes-Benz Cologne. And if the bottle looks wet, I apologize. This one is sweating quite a bit because it is pretty warm outside and they were just being stored indoors. So, Mercedes-Benz Cologne, did a whole video on this, but if you don't really know for sure what the lowdown on this one is very, very similar to Dior Homme Cologne. Now, for me personally, I love Dior Homme Cologne. It's one of my favorite summer fragrances. The problem with that fragrance is, well, a couple of things. One of which being, it is pretty pricey. I mean, it is a Dior fragrance and it has that classic Dior price tag, so it is up there in price. Second thing is performance. You're not getting that good a performance for how much you're paying. And again, you know, this is coming from someone who really loves Dior Homme Cologne. I'm not hating on it, I'm not bashing it, I'm just telling you the facts here. It doesn't perform that good and it is pretty expensive. So you really have to kind of decide what you want to do there. For me, Mercedes-Benz Cologne, this stuff really does good. This one is more affordable. It's around $40, I believe, is what I picked mine up for. And it also performs a little bit better than Dior Homme Cologne, not by a whole lot. And to begin with, I don't get awful performance from Dior Homme Cologne, but a lot of people do. So I'm kind of speaking on behalf of the general audience who claims that they get bad performance from Dior Homme Cologne. I personally don't get awful performance from it, but still, it's not great. Like I mentioned, though, with this one it comes in at about probably half the price, and it performs just a little bit better on my skin. So this one is really hard to beat, pretty much spot on with the smell of Dior Homme Cologne as well. I mean, it's really close. And honestly, you'd be pretty hard-pressed to determine the differences of them if you were doing like a blind sniff test. So Mercedes-Benz Cologne, really good alternative to Dior Homme Cologne, and this stuff is just such a unique summer fragrance. I absolutely love this DNA, and again, it's one that if you're wearing this out, you're going to be getting noticed, you're going to be getting attention, you're going to be getting some numbers. Unfortunately, I don't actually carry this one on my website. I believe FragranceNet has this, and I also believe that FragranceBuy.ca has it. That's where I picked up this one because FragranceNet was out of stock. So just check out those two websites. Hopefully, I can get my hands on this to sell it at some point because I do love it. So Mercedes-Benz Cologne, really, really good one. Breaking into the top 5, we're going with Creed Virgin Island Water. So what type of summer list would this be without including at least one Creed? I know. Creed really does fresh fragrances, in my opinion, the best. And I say that loosely because I don't really think that they do absolutely the best, but in terms of a house overall, a fragrance house making fresh fragrances, I believe Creed has to be one of the best. There are some fresh fragrances from other houses that I prefer over some of my Creeds, so that's why I'm using that term loosely. That's saying that Creed does it the best because, like I said, you know, one, it's all personal preference, and two, there are fragrances from other houses that I like better than a lot of my Creeds. But as a house collectively, Creed really is up there in terms of, you know, creating good, fresh fragrances for summertime, and that's why it's hard to only really include one in the list. So I didn't only include one, though, and I went with Virgin Island Water. I was really torn between a few of them. Really wanted to put Invictus in here, and for me personally, Invictus is one of my #1 most worn fragrances in the summer, but I figured people do get tired of hearing about Invictus in every video. I see the haters out there, you know, complaining about it, so I kept Invictus out, but just know, all of my fans out there, just know, I'm still going to be rocking Invictus, and you can too if you want to get noticed. But I went with Virgin Island Water just because this one has a nice uniqueness factor to it. I thought about going with Elysium Imperial, I thought about going with Silver Mountain Water, but ultimately I ended up going with Virgin Island Water just because of how playful this fragrance is. And that's really what this video is all about. I mean, if you look at a lot of the choices in here, a lot of them are on the more playful side. You know, we got First Instinct, we had Invictus Aqua. Those are more playful, summery fragrances. And in my opinion, Virgin Island Water does that perfectly. It's this nice coconut lime fragrance that has like this pina colada smell to it. And to be honest with you, for summertime, it's hard to beat this one. Kind of has this like suntan lotion type of smell too, which is, again, is one thing that makes it perfect for summertime. It's one that I wore a lot on vacation when I went last year, and it's one that I do like to wear quite often in the summertime. And one thing I will say, you can layer this with the Invictus as well. I've done that. I actually did it, mixed them both in a 5ml decant 2 years ago, I believe it was, or maybe it was 1 year ago, and that decant now smells phenomenal. It smelled great when I first mixed it, but after it's been, you know, sitting together for a couple years and kind of maturing together, it smells perfect. You get that nice pineapple from Invictus, and then you get like the pina colada here from Virgin Island Water. It's a great mixture, but still number 5 Virgin Island Water. Very fun, playful scent. If you wear this to parties and stuff like that, you're going to be smelling great, and you're just going to smell like the life of the party. Coming in at number 4, I have Parfums Vintage, Pineapple Vintage Intense. So I really had to throw this one in here just because this stuff just works. Again, the whole goal of this list, you're wanting to get people's attention and, you know, get compliments and all that type of stuff in the fun summer heat. This stuff really just kills it. Pineapple Vintage Intense is, of course, inspired by Invictus, but it's not one of their Invictus clones. So you got Emperor Straight and King Intense and all of those ones. Those are all based on like certain batches of Invictus that, you know, tweak certain notes. Pineapple Vintage Intense really kind of goes in a little bit of a different direction. It takes the pineapple note and puts it at the forefront, makes it the most prominent, and that's really what I get from here. I get a nice pineapple bomb. It's very juicy, it's very effervescent, and it smells incredible, especially in the heat. This stuff is very, very strong. Performance is incredible. If you go with 3-4 sprays of this one and you're going out in the summertime, you're guaranteed to get compliments. And I pretty much put that on my word. If you wear this one and you're looking presentable, you look like you can be approached by people and not, you know, yell at them or something like that and be mean to them, and you're wearing this one, you're guaranteed to at least get one compliment, at least get one sort of recognition from this type of fragrance, because this stuff just works great. Coming in at number 3, we have Dior Savage. So Savage, again, this is another one where the haters are probably going to come out. They're probably going to come out on this one, and to be honest with you, that's fine. But Savage, it just works. It really does. When you're looking to get noticed and get compliments and have a good performing fragrance, or actually a great performing fragrance in this instance that just works well in the summer heat, you gotta look no further than Savage. This is one of my favorites. I've got, I believe, like 5 bottles of this one, and for good reason, because I love it. This stuff works incredibly. Of course, I am talking about the Eau de Toilette here. Eau de Parfum works great as well, but I believe for the high summer heat, your best bet is the Eau de Toilette. This one is more sparkling, it's got more of a citrus and metallic overall smell to it, and it just works great in the heat. This could easily be a great signature scent for the summertime. If you're in college and you're going to a lot of parties and you want to buy one fragrance to wear throughout the whole summer, and to be completely honest with you, wear it throughout the whole year for that matter, look no further than Savage. I mean, seriously. You're a college student, you're looking for one fragrance to wear to parties, to dates, to school, Savage. I mean, it just works good. Number 2, we have Bulgari Aqua Atlantic. So this one had to be in the list. You guys already know it had to be in here. And this one of my all-time favorites. This is one of my girlfriend's favorites on me as well, and quite a few of these in here she is a big fan of. So these are, you know, ones that have worked well for me as well, and they should work good for you also. That's kind of a jumbled up sentence, but bear with me here. Aqua Atlantic really takes that like metallic ambroxan DNA, gives it a nice unique twist on it with the marine note, and it just smells incredible. Very, very strong performance. Probably one of the strongest performing fragrances in this list, if I do say so. Very, very strong. Over 12 hours longevity on my skin. Projection is very strong as well, especially in the heat. This stuff is really going to be pushing off your skin. It's going to be going hard. So, you know, you throw on a few sprays of this one and you're going to be getting noticed all day long. So again, Aqua Atlantic, one of my favorites. You could also substitute in here Aqua Amara if you're a fan of that one. Me personally, I'm not the hugest fan of Amara. A little bit too floral for my liking. I do much prefer this one, but I know there are some diehard fans of Amara out there, and good on you. Wear what you like. If you really like Amara and you like it more than this one, go with that one. I still think it does smell nice, especially the opening. Dry Down for me just goes in a direction I don't like, but still. Atlantic for number 2, one of my favorites, and in my opinion, it deserves the number 2 spot all day long. Alright guys, we're to my number 1. This one, of course, is Elysium by Roja Parfums. So this is my travel bottle that I have here. I have a few bottles. This one is running low. This is one that I just carry with me when I don't want to carry around a full bottle and, you know, God forbid something happens to it or it breaks or it gets stolen. So this is the one I kind of carry around just for whatever. But Roja Elysium, my number 1. I've talked about this one a lot on the channel. Everyone knows how much I love Elysium, and people probably think I'm like trying to hype it up for whatever reason. Look, I don't even sell this on my website. I don't have this. I can't sell it anywhere. So I'm not trying to hype it up to generate sales or to do whatever in my benefit. To be honest with you, I would rather keep this as a secret. Like, I know a lot of people know about it already, but I'd rather say that it sucks just so I can have more for me and for less people wear it. But to be completely realistic, that's not going to happen just because there is a lot of people out there in the world. But anyway, Elysium is my #1. And I just love the scent, guys. Every time I smell it, it makes me happy. And I've been wearing it a ton this summer. It's so unique in my opinion, and I know people are going to disagree with me and say that it is basic. And it is in that kind of basic DNA. It has that basic genre of scent like a lot of the other blue fragrances. But in my opinion, this one just does it differently. This is a more unique take on all those fragrances, and for me, it just works. So Roja Elysium, this is one that just works great on me. It's one of my girlfriend's favorites on my skin. Every time I wear it, she loves it. And a lot of times when I'm asking her, hey, what do you want me to wear today? She's usually picking this one out for me to wear. So it just works great. And if you're looking to get noticed in the summertime, you got to check out Elysium. And I do understand that it is pretty expensive. Not everyone can afford to pick up a fragrance at this price. So if you want to get, a clone of it, Parfums Vintage has a great alternative to it. It's called Evolution de l'Homme Soir. It performs better than the blue bottle Elysium, and it has a little bit more of a citrus pop in the opening as well. Absolutely fantastic alternative to Elysium if you can't quite shell out the big bucks for the real thing. Definitely go with that Parfums Vintage version. So guys, that was my video. That was my top 10 fragrances that are guaranteed to get you noticed this summer. Like I said, these are all really solid fragrances, and as long as you're carrying yourself well, you're dressing nicely, you look presentable, and whatever the case may be here, have a nice haircut, when you're wearing these fragrances, you're guaranteed to have people saying something about it, whether it be guys asking you, yo, what are you wearing that smells good, or having girls saying it smells good, whatever the case may be here. These are all ones that have worked for me, and they should definitely work for you also. One thing that you really got to keep in mind when it comes to getting noticed while wearing fragrances is your appearance, right? You have to really invest in your style. You have to invest in your confidence. That's why my girlfriend and I have started a second channel, and what we're going to be doing there is just doing any sort of other random reviews and videos. For example, we're going to be doing stuff on watches. I'm a big fan of watches myself, and that's something that really can easily help up your style instantly. I have been getting more into clothing and stuff like that a little bit. We're going to be doing just all sorts of videos over there. Again, my girlfriend and I are doing it, so she's going to be giving a woman's perspective on a lot of that stuff. So we do watch reviews. She's going to be giving her opinion on watches, right? Telling you what she thinks of it, if it's going to be something that she would find attractive on a guy, and just other stuff like that. We're going to be covering all that over there on the other channel. So if you're interested in seeing some stuff like that, go check it out. It's the second link in the description. Go subscribe. We're going to upload our new video, or our first video here at some point soon. So you can leave a comment telling us, what you want to see over there. Like I said, we're going to be doing watch reviews. We're going to be trying to do some vlogs, just whatever really interests us, we're going to do, and also whatever interests you guys. So whatever you want to see, make sure you comment. And of course, check out the website, chaosfragrances.com. All the fragrances are available there. And that's going to do it, guys. I've been doing a lot. I've been doing too much talking here. This is getting way too long. So make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post, and like the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.